First impressions are so important. They either attract you or repel you from wherever you are intending to, or wherever you are intending to go. The first impressions are so important. I am a recruiter. I am a hiring manager where I work. And there are so many times when I struggle a lot to recruit or even get the right candidates after looking at their resume, because it is the first starting point of an engagement, and it either secures you an interview or you will never see an interview. And a number of people have emailed me, others inboxed me and asked me the best way to present themselves or write a resume for health and social care jobs. As I said before, I am not in health and social care, but I have done my research, and the format is really the same. It's not different from what we are used to. But I have told a number of people it is important, number one, to look at, understand the job that you want to do, or the sector that you intend to get a job in, and get a sample job description that will highlight or tell you the areas that the skill sets that are needed by the employer, the qualification that is needed, and the tasks or the activities or the responsibilities that you are supposed to dispense or that you are supposed to do. And so writing your resume is so important. There are many times I have requested help from people. There are many times I have used different tools, either to coach my community or to help the people that I mentor to refine their CVs. And when I'm sending my CV for high-profile jobs, like for me to land my current job, I needed help to really look at my resume and look at the job description and see whether I qualified, or whether my job description or whether my CV will sell me to my organization. This is Lydia Mungai. She inspires all. I want to thank you once again for those that are returning to our channel, and those that are new. Please do subscribe, do continue to follow us, and do continue to share. I am sharing from my own experience. I am not in the health and social sector. I am in international development, but more than that, I do coaching, I do mentorship, I do inspirational speaking, but my heart is sold out to helping people. Now, let's dive in to looking at a resume and what it entails and what you need to do. And I have said I'll go through this in bits, and it might be a little long, so please do bear with me, but it is very important information. A CV to land you a UK job is just like any other CV and should be professionally written. Just the way that you write your professional CVs from wherever you come from. And this, according to me, should, has a layout that is quite easy to read. It shouldn't be complicated. It should be in bullet points, very short and concise, and words that are appropriately used. And as you know, or you might not even know, that most recruiters use a system that selects our CVs or resumes that have appropriate words depending on the kind of job that they have advertised. And most of the time, most people do not use the right words, the keywords that the recruiter is using. And I will drop a tool on the description that can help you use appropriate words as you write your CV. Now, it should have a minimal amount of colors. Do not use complicated colors. Do not use complicated designs. Just use a simple layout. It should include a standard. There are many standard CV templates that you can find online. According to me, it should be 2 to 3 pages max. It shouldn't actually be more than three pages max. Now, the structure of a CV. And as I said, I am a recruiter, and so most of the time I like the CVs organized in a way, and I have also done research. And so this is the structure that I find befitting most of the jobs. And number one, there should be your contact details to make the recruiter, be able to reach you quickly. There should be a profile, which is a short, snappy, a summary of who you are, your experiences, your skills, just showcasing why you should be invited for an interview. Number three, it should also have your work experience, your history, noting down from your very current position backwards, your education, your qualifications, whether they are vocational, your certification and all that, your interests and your hobbies. And we will go into detail on what that entails. Now, for the CV contacts, and I've given you a few examples here, make sure that you have your name, and I've given you a name here. This is not the last name is not my real name. So this is Lydia Nyambura Johnston. This is the address and the city and the country and the telephone number. And for those that are applying from outside of the UK, make sure that you add your plus code number for the country where you come from, and your email address. So make sure that you have a professional email address. Do not use silly nicknames such as Baby J or Mega G. It is so easy to open a Gmail account or even a Yahoo account with a proper name. Do not list your date of birth. It is not important. Do not state your marital status. It is not important. The personal statement, which should have a detail of the companies that you have worked before, whether it is paid or non-paid or voluntary work, whether you've worked in a church or a local council or a non-profit or in a hospital or in a home, you should list there, and it should be snappy, as we've said before, very precise, 4 to 5 sentences. The level of your experience, how qualified are you? Are you at the senior management? Are you at the entry level? Where are you? If I was to apply for a position like myself, I am in middle management, and that is what I would state in my personal statement. Your qualification, and are you a qualified nurse? Do you have any qualification to back up your application? The core social worker skills, or the key skills that you have, whether you're a social worker or you're in healthcare, or whichever job that you're applying for, both the hard and the soft skills that you have. And as you've said, remember, it should be very, very concise. It is a pitch for you to get to an interview in a way that a recruiter will look at it and would want to read through your CV. This is just an example. I am an experienced, mature, caring health worker with a firm commitment to social care. My experience is rooted in working with young people and vulnerable people from all backgrounds and differing life circumstances circumstances. I have dealt with social work in community and institutional level. I'm comfortable in both solitary and group situations, and I have excellent communication skills, which are useful in times of contact with external organizations, and blah, blah, you can add. I also have excellent observation and learning skills, which are highly effective when interacting with vulnerable. And I have another one right there, an experienced and well-qualified health and care assistant with thorough working knowledge of residential and care registration, which includes good practice and so on. And you can continue and read that as just an example. Now, you also have to state your core skills in bullet forms. And I've also given a few core skills, depending on the job that you're applying for. You could say that you're keen in observation, you have listening skills, which are vital during regular home visits. You could also say that another core skill could be, you are good in bookkeeping, you've good interpersonal skills, you have natural ability to bond with young people or vulnerable people, build relationships, you are logical and have an analytical mind. And these are very short, snappy, also just to show that you have other core skills. Work experience, and this is quite key to demonstrate that you have the experience that is needed. Now, in this section, make sure that you document your career history in reverse, chronologically, starting from where you are right now with the most recent and the most relevant position. If you're working as a nurse, if you're working in a church community as a volunteer, caring for young people with additional needs, put that. It could be paid, it could be a voluntary work. Make sure that you state the starting date and the end date. Make sure you state the company, the roles, the dates, the start date, again in a chronological manner. The structuring of your roles. Provide a clear picture of your previous positions to the recruiter, giving them an overview of your role and assume to the impact that this have had within each position. What roles have you played before? What impact have you had? If, for instance, if I would give an example of myself in my current role as a middle line manager, maybe I would demonstrate the acquisition, the number of acquisitions that we've been able to support, the grants that I have brought in, say 10 million grants or 50 million grants, and this to these diverse donors to impact 1 million young people or 1 million children in this and this community or in this number of countries, and so on. And your key responsibilities, again, in bullet points, all of them in bullet points, all the way down to all that is relevant to the time that you started your career. And if you've had career gaps, like I've had career gaps, it is good to make sure that you're very clear why you had those career gaps and what that meant for you and what you are doing at that time. And it is okay to have career gaps. I had a career gap when I gave birth to my last born baby, just to be at home to take care of her. Your education qualifications. This is also a record of your qualifications, the courses that you have done that is relevant. I've given an example of social work positions here, or health and social care position. If you're in health and social care, make sure that you record all your qualifications. If you have a degree, if you have a diploma, if you have a certificate, record it there, starting with the highest. If you have a master's degree, start with a master's degree and what you are able to qualify, what the degree that you are able to attain. And more, in bullet points, you can also highlight the key modules, because as we said, most recruiters use a system to check keywords, and I will put a link down here on how you can look at the job description that you've been given or for the job that you're looking for and put them, just copy and paste it into a tool that will generate the keywords that you can use for your CV and of course for your cover letter. I'll give an example. Maybe you have a qualification in NVQ level 3 in health and social care, or a degree or a higher national diploma in social work or in care, or you're considering higher education or you started, you are in the process, you can detail that. And if you have room to look for supplementary qualifications, like here in the UK, there are when I think the students who are doing A levels do health and social care, and that supports them when they are looking for jobs and so on. So remember to put your qualifications, your interests, and your hobbies are also very key, because some of these are very relevant to the work that the job that you're looking for. Like for me, some of my hobbies were volunteering in the local youth club in our church, supporting young people, vulnerable people in my community. And I would spend most of the time maybe playing football with them, supervising them or taking care of them or supporting them as they do their activities. And that is valued. Maybe you're a good reader like I am. I love reading. It is important to show that to say that is one of your hobby or one of your interests, or even traveling. Now, referees, you can put referees as requested, or if you're requested. Now, I have other tips that I have put down, and of course, as I have said, I will put a link of some of the places where you can apply for a job, and some of the things that when I was just reading through and doing my research on what would make me look at a CV. It's number one. If I look at your CV, or if I look at your cover letter, I would ask myself whether you know about the job that you're applying for. And the CV will tell me because of the keywords that you have used and the way that you've organized yourself. Again, as I said, do not make sure that your CV or your resume is not too long, should be between 400 to 600 words. Use keywords or the right keywords. What the employer would like to see. As I said again, there's a whole tracking system which sieves and filters potential candidates. And right now, there are so many people that are applying for care and care jobs, for instance. And the recruiters not have time to look at the details or look at every CV. And you do not want your CV to be filtered out. So make sure that you use the proper words or the proper keywords or the relevant keywords. Make sure that you do your research well. Read what the recruiters are looking for, or the potential firms or homes or agencies are looking for, and make sure that your CV, your cover letter has those keywords. And I will drop the tool down there, and it is just a copy and paste. You can also make sure that if you do not have the qualifications right now, there is an opportunity for you to go online and look for courses. There are cheap courses out there that maybe would cost me £10, others that are free, that you can purchase, and so that you are able to demonstrate that you know what you're talking about. That when you are invited for an interview, then you are able to demonstrate the capability and the skills and understanding of what is required. And I will share a number of websites where you can buy a cheap course. There are so many people that are out there that are training people, and those courses have certification, and they're charging a lot of money, whereas you can buy for yourself. Make sure that you sharpen your skills. If there are volunteer opportunities out there, seek them. Look out for those volunteer opportunities in your community, in your church, in the hospitals, in in the children's homes, so that you're able to build your experience, and that you're able to put it in your CV. Make sure when you mention a referee that you discuss with them. Make sure that they know that you will that you will be mentioning them somewhere, so that when they are contacted, then they won't say that they do not know you. So once again, the first impression is very, very important. There are hundreds and hundreds of people that are seeking for opportunities, that have applied for these positions, and you do not want to be struck out. You do not want to be struck out. And so make sure that you demonstrate that you're able to do the work, and do it well, by starting with your CV and working on your CV. Make sure that you do your research, and do your research well, so that you know the job that is being offered and what it is all about. And I have done another video, and I will put it up here, that tells you what care jobs are. If you want to apply for a care job, what it is all about, what the process looks like, what skill sets are needed. Do not put fancy fonts on your CV. Be very concise. 2 pages is enough. Easy to read, easy to navigate. Use MS Words. Make sure that the referees are available, and make sure that you use the keywords. So important, both as you look for the jobs, but also as you write your CV and as you write your resume. I hope this has been useful to you. Make sure that you share with others. Sharing is loving is sharing. And make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Share this link with other people who are struggling and who need support. And do let me know if you're stuck. I can share with you a template that you can use, but also use Google. There is so much that you can find in Google. Everything that you need is in Google. Make sure that you use Google as your friend. This is Lydia. She inspires all. I wish you a good luck, and thank you for your support.